Call to order the Planning Commission meeting for Thursday, October 17th, 2019. Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Harlicker, please call the roll.
Yeah, Commissioner Heikkila.
Here.
Commissioner Bradley.
Here.
Commissioner Geisler.
Here.
Commissioner Casey.
Here.
Commissioner Schmolke.
Here.
Chair Schwartz.
Here.
Commissioner Knobloch is absent this evening.
Our first order of business this evening is to adopt our agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Schmolke, second by Geisler. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The agenda's been adopted. Next, we have approval of our minutes from our September 19th meeting.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Heikkila.
I approve approval of the minutes from the September 19th meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Heikkila, second by Casey. Any further discussion or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Minutes have been approved. Our first order of new business, planning case 19-19, a registered land survey at 4095 and 4101 Coon Rapids Boulevard, APG. Mr. Harlicker.
Yes, Chair and Commissioners. What is being proposed is to take the site here, and the applicant is requesting to essentially split the lot in two. It's bounded on the north by 119th, Coon Rapids Boulevard, Blackfoot. The hospital parking ramp is here. Medical office building is here. There's two buildings on the site. It was formerly used by ECM Publishing. I believe they're still in the office building here, but the production and office facility, the original building on the site, is currently vacant. And what they are proposing to do is to split this in two, so each building will be on its own lot. Here's a survey of the property. It's 5.47 acres in size. Tract A is 2.69 acres, and it includes the production building. And Tract B is 2.78 acres and includes the office building. This is the property line right here. As you can see, it kind of splits down between the buildings, cuts here, and then goes diagonally out to Coon Rapids Boulevard. The buildings comply with, the lots comply with the dimensional requirements of the zoning district, as the setbacks and distance between the buildings also comply with the code requirements. Engineering has looked at the proposed plat, or the RLS, and they're requesting that 5-foot drainage and utility easements be in place along the common property line here. Their second comment was there's a gap in the sidewalk along Coon Rapids Boulevard. One of the conditions, should the Planning Commission and Council approve the RLS, that would be a condition of approval, that the applicant install the sidewalk from their east property line to the west property line. Park dedication will be required for this project, for this RLS. When the lot was originally created, park dedication was not collected. Therefore, when these lots do come back to get re-subdivided, at that time we collect, city collects park dedication for the new lots. Park dedication will be required for both Tract A and Tract B. This is the RLS. This is the lot line here that will need the 5-foot drainage and utility easements along the side. You've got the boulevard here where the sidewalk, and they'll also need a sidewalk and snow storage easement over that same area. With that, staff is recommending the, excuse me, the commission recommend approval of the proposed RLS. Nothing will be changing on the site other than each lot and the parking will be split up, so they're on separate lots. And this will allow the property owner to sell off each parcel separately. That'll answer any questions. The applicant's representative is also in the audience tonight.
Mr. Harlicker, on the parking, because track B only has 102 spaces and 103 required, don't they have to have some kind of a shared cross easement for parking or something?
Yeah, that, Chair Schwartz, that'll be included as the properties develop. It depends on the uses that go in here. There'll have to be shared access because the access crosses property lines. That's typically taken care of when the properties come in for building permit or site plan review. We could make that a condition of approval if you like.
Well, since track B is the office building that's still in use, correct?
Correct.
And that's the one that needs 103 but only has 102.
Right.
So we already know that they need the access agreement. We already know that.
Right, so you could make that a condition of approval.
So condition 4 would be a shared parking and access agreement. And Commission, anyone else have any questions for Mr. Harlicker at this time?
Chair Schwartz?
Mr.
If I could maybe add to that last condition. Since we won't know how this parking will actually split up between the new uses, could we add language that, no, I think what you said will work.
Chair
I was
support,
thinking out loud.
just some legal stuff here. Right now, the owner of both properties is the same individual. There are not parking concerns because they own both properties and they can be used in that manner. It's when we have different ownership interests that the parking is triggered, it becomes a concern. So I would suggest a condition that says upon transfer of, it's slipping my mind the right track, but the track with the 20-something spaces, then a parking agreement be executed. That would be my recommendation.
All right, so we'll use number 4 as wording as recommended by our legal expert. Oh, and then Mr. Harlicker, do we know what the park dedication fees are going to be or not?
I don't know the exact amount. The one with our production facility will be assessed at the industrial rate, and the one with the office will be assessed at that commercial rate.
All right, thank you. And Commission, any questions at this time for Mr. Harlicker? All right, we do need to have a public hearing in this matter, so at this time I will open a public hearing in planning case 19-19, a registered land survey for 4095 and 4101 Coon Rapids Boulevard. Anyone wish to speak at this public hearing? Anyone wish to speak? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing and leave discussion to the commission. Commission, your thoughts?
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Schmolke.
In planning case 19-19, can I go ahead and make a motion?
No, if nobody has anything else, go ahead.
Recommend approval of the proposed registered land survey with the following conditions: that a 5-foot drainage and utility easement is required on either side of the common lot line between tracks A and B. The applicant will be required to construct a sidewalk along Coon Rapids Boulevard on both tracks A and B, and park dedications be collected for both track A and track B. And then number 4 was the recommendation that upon, how do we phrase this exactly, Blair? Upon transfer of ownership, that a parking and use agreement be generated.
Executed.
Executed.
And it's tract A, to be specific.
Thank you. And is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Schmolke, second by Casey. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Excuse me, motion carries. This is a recommendation by the Planning Commission, and a decision by the City Council will be heard at their November 6th meeting. Moving on to other business. Mr. Harlicker, you have anything for other business?
We've got a fairly, 6 items on the agenda for next month. What happened with, you'll notice when you get your packet, JSN Properties is back. You recently approved a lot line exemption for them off of Exeon Street. The county, because of the way the properties are described, wouldn't approve the lot line exception. So they're coming back to the city with a registered land survey to do the same thing. So that's one of the applications. Got a kind of a housekeeping ordinance amendment for the Port District. The River Trail Center, I think it used to be L.O. Jacobs School along the Coon Rapids Boulevard. They're coming in with an expansion. We've got a preliminary plat for some property over off of Evergreen Boulevard, 8840, I believe the address is. And we've got a conditional use permit request for a church.
All right. And Commission, anyone have anything for other business? All right. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Geisler, second by Heikkila. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Meeting's adjourned.